I've been subscribed to Owlcrate since December of 2017. Unfortunately, I didn't start filming my unboxings until July of 2018. Over the years, I've received quite a few books. Some I've read, some I haven't. Some I've loved, others not so much. For the next 6 months, I will make my way through these books. Welcome to the TBR Veterans Project, Owlcrate Edition. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Haley and you're watching Between the Pages. So this is the project that I've been thinking about for the past couple weeks, and I'm finally putting it into motion. So it is the Owlcrate TBR Veterans Project. Like I said, I have been filming my unboxings since July of 2018, but I actually subscribed to Owlcrate in December of 2017. So I've received quite a few books over the past 5 or 6 years, and I have read about half of them. I actually did a calculation, and I have read about half of each. I've read half, and then the other half I haven't read. So there will be some rules. Let's just lay down some ground rules to start off with. The first rule is 4 to 6 books will be drawn at random from the Owlcrate TBR jar apothecary thing. If I draw a book that has a sequel that I own the sequel, I own that sequel, then I will read the sequels as well. So that'll add to the 4 to 6 books and it'll be included in it. Books can carry over from month to month. So we're gonna have really loose TBRs and stuff like that. And I can put it back in the jar if I decide that I really don't want to carry it over or I don't want to read it right now. I can stick it back in the jar and we will revisit it at another time. Along the way, I'm going to keep track of star ratings and my progress. So I might do a wrap up every month to tell you what the percentages are and star ratings and things like that. I have a spreadsheet that I've been working on and I'm very proud of. And at the end of this project, my goal is to cut my TBR at least in half. So at least half of these books will be either transferred to my shelves at my living area, so my red shelves, or they will be leaving this house because there's a couple of books on here that I'm pretty sure I'm not really going to like all that much. And so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to pick up the sequel or anything. So I'm going to be really strict with myself and be like, do you really want the sequel to this book? Or do you just want it because there's a sequel there? So we're going to have to do a little bit of introspection, shall we say. So we're going to pick the 4 to 6 books and we'll see if the jar is merciful or if it's going to be cruel to me. So the first book is A Sweet and Bitter Magic. So give me a minute to find that. I'm not sure where it is on this shelf. So this is A Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrienne Tooley. We've got some beautiful purple sprayed edges. I don't remember what month this was or what theme it was, so I will put it at the bottom of the screen as I normally do. So I'm going to start doing that. Going forward, I can tell this is an older one because we still have paper Dear Reader letters. Now they're bound into the books. So I think I'm going to like this because I already see the word witch in the summary. So I'm going to read the summary too, just to give you a little better idea. And then at the end of these 6 books, I'm going to basically rate them about how I'm going to if I'm thinking I'm going to like them. So it says, Tasman is the most powerful witch of her generation, but after committing the worst magical sin, she's exiled by the ruling coven and cursed with the inability to love. Oh, that sounds really good. I'm already invested. The only way she can get those feelings back, even for just a little while, is to steal love from others. Rin is a source, a rare kind of person who is made of magic despite being unable to use it herself. Okay, so we've got a sapphic romance. Sources are required to train with the coven as soon as they discover their abilities, but Rin, the only caretaker to her ailing father, has spent her life hiding in secret. When a magical plague ravages the queendom, Rin's father falls victim. To save him, Rin proposes a bargain. If Tasman will help her catch the dark witch responsible for creating the plague, then Rin will give Tasman her love for her father. Of course, love bargains are a tricky thing, and these two have a long, perilous journey ahead of them. That is, if they don't kill each other first. So it also seems like we've got a little enemies to lovers going on. So that actually sounds really interesting. I'm really interested in this book. So I guess we'll see how this one goes. So on to the second book in this first part of the project. And that is, it's Sisters of the Snake. I have a feeling this is one of those that I'm not really going to like. I could be wrong. That is the whole point of this, is to maybe find new favorites and just, kind of see. So let me find that book real quick. Okay, so the second book is Sisters of the Snake by Serena and Sasha Nanua? I don't know, maybe it's a pair of sisters. She's thick, so not really looking forward to that. Again, Dear Reader Letter, it's an older one. I will put the theme and the month right here so you can go check that out. I do have videos for most of these, so you can go see my original thoughts on everything. And let's see, it says, Princess Ronnie has heard the whispers. Snake Princess, they call her, a girl with fangs for teeth. Her people fear her, yet her father doesn't believe her capable of ruling. Rhea is the quickest thief this side of the Var River. That's why she's still alive. But when she's conscripted into a looming war, she knows she has to be quicker than ever before to elude the Royal Army's grasp. These two lives collide, turning everything upside down, because Rhea and Ronnie, orphan and princess, are unmistakably identical. So this is kind of like Mirage. Mirage kind of has the same, basis, basically. A deal is struck. Both can get what they want if they switch places for less than 1 moon's time. But danger lurks in both worlds, and the two are thrust into a race to unravel a mysterious prophecy and locate a long-lost mythical object. To save their home, thief and royal must work together to watch it all fall into ruin. So, again, like I said, not really a premise that interests me. Because I remember when I was unboxing this, I think I wasn't really that excited. Again, I'd have to go back and watch some of my footage. But yeah, I think this one's going at the bottom of the stack for now. So, book number 3. What is it gonna be? Ooh, it's gonna be Ballad and Dagger. So I don't really remember what that book is about, so let me find it and we'll find out together. So here it is, Ballad and Dagger by Danielle Jose Older. I remember that when I unboxed this, I was like, oh, it's giving Wakanda vibes. It's giving very Black Panther, just based off the color scheme and the cover and everything. Again, I don't know what it's about. This one, actually, I had to blow dust off of it, so that's embarrassing. That's how long it's been on these shelves and not been picked up or anything. So yeah, let's find out what it's about. Again, we have a Dear Reader Letter. I like that it has a map on the back side, so that's cool. I don't remember any of our Dear Reader Letters having, usually it has character art or the original trade cover on it, but that's kind of cool. I like that you have a little, thing you can pull out and reference instead of, flipping to the end pages or the beginning of the book. So yeah, let's just find out. Almost 16 years ago, Mateo Matisse's, oh goodness, say that 5 times fast, island homeland disappeared into the sea. Weary and hopeless, the survivors of San Madrigal escaped to New York. While the rest of his tight-knit Brooklyn diaspora community dreams of someday finding a way back home, Mateo, now a high school junior and piano prodigy, living with his 2 aunts, one who's alive, the other not so much, is focused on one thing: getting the attention of locally grown music legend Gerbil? It's Gerval. Not sure how you pronounce that. Mateo finally gets his chance on the night of the Grande Fete, an annual party celebrating the blended cultures of pirates, Santaros, and Sephirodum. Oh my goodness, this is going to have all kinds of words I can't pronounce. That created San Madrigal all those centuries ago. But the evil that sank their island has finally caught up with them, and on the night of the celebration, Mateo's life is forever changed when he witnesses a brutal murder committed by a person he thought he knew. Suddenly, Mateo is thrust into an ancient battle that spans years and seas. As deadly secrets unravel, Mateo awakens a power within himself. A power that not only links them to the killer, but could also hold the key to unlocking the dark mystery behind their lost homeland. So that seems actually really interesting. I don't remember ever reading the synopsis when I unboxed this. But yeah, that sounds really interesting. I think this is going to go right under Sweet and Bitter Magic. So, book number 4. Let's see. Not going to look because I don't want to be spoiled. Ooh, Where Dreams Descend! Yes! I'm actually really excited about this because I have the sequel. So that knocks out 2 books of our 6 that we need to pick. So excited about that. So let me grab those. So we have Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis. And then we also have the sequel, When the Night Breaks, also by the same author, obviously. These are Owlcrate editions. That's why I ordered, well, this one came in a box, and then I ordered this one because, look, beautiful, beautiful. We love a matching set. And it's mainly because I don't like the original covers. I just think that this is so beautiful because it's a printed hardcover. Like, there's no dust jacket, which I love. I think it's so cool. So yeah. So as you can see, I've already created a big gap in my TBR shelf. And that was the whole point of this video and this project, is to get books off the shelf and free up some space. So I'm going to read you the synopsis. But before we go into this, I think it's supposed to be like a Moulin Rouge and like Phantom of the Opera like inspired book. So we'll see what happens with is there a synopsis, or am I gonna have to look one up? There's not. Oh, no? No, there's not a synopsis. I guess because there's no dust jacket. Awesome. Gonna have to look that up. Okay, so I've retrieved my laptop because my iPad is dead. So it says, in a city covered in ice and ruin, a group of magicians face off in a daring game of magical feats to find the next headliner of the conquering circus, only to find themselves under the threat of an unseen danger striking behind the scenes. As each act becomes more and more risky and the number of missing magicians piles up, 3 are forced to reckon with their secrets before the darkness comes for them next. The star, Kalia, a powerful showgirl out to prove she's the best no matter the cost. The master, Jack, the enigmatic keeper of the club, and more than one lie told, the magician. DeMarco, the brooding judge with a past he can no longer hide. So that doesn't really tell me anything. Thank you, Goodreads. I don't know if that's the official summary of this book. I have no idea. So, but I know, again, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a Moulin Rouge kind of like inspired book. So I'm not gonna read the synopsis for this because obviously gonna spoil it. So we're not gonna do that. But yes, we have to pick our 6th book now. Let's pick book number 6. Oh, this is a short one. Oh, The Depths. So let me find that book real quick. Okay, so here it is. The Depths by Nicole L'Esperance. Like I said, I will put the theme and the month right here on the screen, right underneath me, so you can see. Again, it's an older one because we have a physical Dear Reader letter. So let's find out. Eulalie Island should be a paradise, but to Addie Spencer, it's more like a prison. Forced to tag along to the remote island on her mother's honeymoon, Addie isn't thrilled about being trapped there for 2 weeks. The island is stunning, with its secluded beaches and forests full of white flowers, but there's something eerie about the place. After Addie meets an enigmatic boy on the beach, all the flowers start turning pink. The island loves you, he tells her, but she can't stop sleepwalking at night. The birds keep calling her name, and there's a strange little girl in the woods who wants to play hide and seek. Never go play hide and seek with some creepy child in the forest. Just don't do it. When Addie learns about two sisters who died on the island centuries ago, she wonders if there's more to this place, things only she can see. Oh, great, so they're ghost children. Even better. Creepy ghost children. Beneath its gorgeous surface, Eulalie Island is hiding dark, tangled secrets, and if Addie doesn't unravel them soon, the island might never let her go. So I have a feeling this is going to be like a middling book, like maybe it'll be a 3, perhaps, because that doesn't really interest me all that much. So here is my current ranking for my predictions. Oh my goodness. So my first favorite, I think, is going to be Sweet and Bitter Magic, followed by Where Dreams Descend and its sequel, Ballad and Dagger, The Depths, and Sisters of the Snake. So I know that I think this one is a standalone. These two are sequels, obviously. I think Ballad and Dagger has a sequel. The Depths is a standalone, and this is the first in a series. So we shall see whether or not I like all of these books. I might be purchasing some sequels. I might be unhauling some books. We'll see. But yeah, I guess I will check in with you guys when I start reading these books and we can get this started. The book is Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrienne Tooley. This is what it looks like. And like I said, the edges are sprayed purple, a very pretty purple. And then I've got this little bow embossed on the front, and that's what the spine looks like. Welcome to the vlog portion of this video. So the first book we're going to start with is Sweet and Bitter Magic. I've decided to just go in the order that I pulled them, because if I do them in a random order, I will inevitably leave Sisters of the Snake for the last book, and then I will drag my feet reading it. So we're going to read them in order that I pulled them. So the first one is Sweet and Bitter Magic. So I will update you when I've gotten halfway through this and then when I finish it. I'm not going to do a super detailed, like, spoiler-filled, like, review of it, because I'm going to do that in, you know, my review videos. But yeah, for the purposes of this project, I will update you in the middle and then when I finish it and like my final thoughts and everything like that. So I will see you when I get halfway through this thing. So I am 62 or 63% done with Sweet and Bitter Magic. So I have about that much left to read tomorrow, so we're making good time. I read 229 pages today, so like I said, we're making good time. Almost halfway done with my first book of the month, and it's the first day of June, so we're doing pretty good. I am loving Ren and Tamsin's relationship. It's very Grumpy Sunshine. I know that in my like preview, like when I read the synopsis, I said it was like enemies to lovers. No, it's more like Grumpy Sunshine, and Ren is the sunshine and Tamsin is the grumpy, and so I just am loving their relationship. It's reading very fairy tale like, because it mentions like trolls and sprites and witches, obviously, and like talking toads who want to be kissed because they're a prince cursed by a witch and everything like that. So it's reading very fairy tale, so I'm like really, really into it. I love this portrayal of magic and everything, and I'll get into it in my spoiler review when I review this completely. But I really do, as like a practicing witch myself, I like to see other people's takes on witches and witchcraft and see like what kinds of like lore and stuff that they draw from, because you know there's hundreds of years of history of witches and witchcraft and prejudices and things like that. So I like to see what people you know, include in their books about witches and like how their magic system works and everything. So yeah, I will update you when I'm done with this with my final thoughts. So I finished Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrienne Tooley. I ended up giving it a 3. I didn't hate it, but I also didn't love it. It's kind of like a middling, like, it was okay. I will say that the ending is very sweet. It's very wholesome. Literally, I have no criticisms. I have no notes for this book. I really, really enjoyed my experience reading it. But like I said, wasn't a standout, but I didn't hate it either, so it's just a 3. And the book this month is Sisters of the Snake by Serena and Sasha Nanua. Looks like it may be written by a pair of sisters, which would be actually kind of cool for a pair of sisters to write a book about sisters. So I think that is kind of cool. I don't know. Obviously, I'm just, speculating. I've never heard of this book, and I haven't seen it anywhere, so that's really interesting. So the next book we're moving on to is Sisters of the Snake. This is my thickest book of the TBR, I believe. I don't know. Where Dreams Descend and Where the Night Breaks might be bigger, but currently this one looks like it's the biggest. And I am pretty sure that I'm not going to care for this. I'm going to try to read it physically, but I did find the audiobook on Everend, so we'll see how this shakes up. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go start reading this. So I'm about a third of the way through Sisters of the Snake, and I'm not really enjoying it yet, which is pretty bad because, like I said, I'm like 33% done with this, and I'm not really having that good of a time. I don't completely hate it, but I don't really like it that much either. I don't know, maybe it's the writing style, maybe it's just the characters, I'm not quite sure yet. But I am tandem reading and listening to the audiobook, so I'm listening to the audiobook while I read, just to help me get through it, because I really don't want to read this book, and I kind of wish that I had unhauled it. I don't think I'm going to DNF it. We'll see if it gets any better. If I get to 50% and it's not, like, hooking my interest, then I will quit. Like, I usually don't DNF, like, hard DNF right in the middle, but for the purposes of this project, if something is not hooking my attention within, like, the first 100, 200 pages, I'm not going to continue it. I have other books that I'm more excited for. Like, this one, I really wish I had just unhauled, but I try not to unhaul books that I haven't read. So I'm going to give it until 50%. I will be DNFing this book. So we'll see. I'm going to continue listening, and I will either update you tonight or tomorrow. So I think I'm going to DNF Sisters of the Snake. And it's really just because, like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about the characters. I don't care about the plot. I don't care about the mystery. Like, this book is not hooking me. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people, like, describe it as, like, a first draft fan fiction. I don't like I said, I don't like the characters. I'm not even invested in, like, the supposed, like, romance between Ronnie and Amir, and then Rhea and Saeed. I don't care. I don't care. And I am not gonna subject myself to 200 more pages of this. I can't. I physically cannot. Like, I cannot muster the motivation. I just can't. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in it. And so it's with a heavy heart that I will be DNFing this and then immediately unhauling it, because I don't keep books that I DNF. I mean, I don't DNF books very often, but this is like a hard DNF. I hardly ever DNF. Usually it's a soft DNF that I read like 50 to 100 halfway through, and then I put it down because there's another book that's calling my name, begging for me to read it. And then there's other ones like this that I'm like, I can't. So this will be a hard DNF, the first one of this project. I'm pretty sure it will not be the last, but it is the first of this project. So, yeah. And then May's book, not this month, was Ballad and Dagger, an Outlaw Saints novel by Daniel Jose Older. So this is what it looks like. I'm kind of getting, like Black Panther vibes. I don't know why, but that's what I'm getting from this. That's funny. It says San Madrigal is as real as Wakanda or the Earth, the Shire or Earthsea. So even someone else brought up that it kind of gives off Black Panther vibes. Okay, we've had a dud. We're not going to let that stop us. We're going to continue on with this project and hopefully read some books that we love. So the next one is Ballad and Dagger, Danielle Jose Older. So yeah, I'm going to start reading this tonight. And I guess we'll see if I like this one or not. I think I'm going to. I've never really read an urban fantasy. The only one I've read is like City of Bones and like Mortal Instruments, like that kind of urban fantasy. So we're gonna see. I think I might like this one. So I'm about halfway through Ballad and Dagger, and I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would. It's mainly because like I know this was published in like 2021 or 2022, somewhere around that time, and it really reads like a book from like the early like 2010s, like maybe like 2013, 2014, something around there. It's mainly just like the writing style. I'm still not entirely sure what we're doing. I know that they're trying to raise San Madrigal, and they still have to find the other initiated child of the three like Santos or like gods or whatever. And I'm still just like, okay, I have absolutely no clue who the third child is. I don't know what we're doing. Are we gonna go to San Madrigal? Like, come on, let's get into it. What's the plot? Like I said, I'm like 44% in. I am 167 pages in, and I'm still just like, what are we doing? Like, what is the plot? No clue what we're doing right now. So I'm really hoping that this isn't going to end on like a cliffhanger, and I'm going to have to like buy the second book and figure out like, are we going to raise it in this book? Are we going to raise it in the second book? Like, what is going on? Please explain things to me. So yeah, not going great, but I'm not hating it either. So yeah, I'm going to continue reading this, and I will update you when I have finished it. I freaking love this book. It's gorgeous. If I could get it out. Ah, there we go. Look at this. The cover is printed onto the naked book, and I love it. It says Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis, and it says the sage estate that spectacular awaits. Okay, so since I'm not really vibing that much with Ballad and Dagger, I'm not officially DNFing it yet. It's more of like, if I finish it by the end of the month, then I'll let you guys know. I may be DNFing, I just don't know right now. So I'm just gonna move on to the next book, Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis, and I will also be reading the sequel, When Night Breaks. So yeah, let's just get into this one, and hopefully it's a better experience. Like I said, not sure if I'm DNFing Ballad and Dagger, but I'm just not feeling it right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go and read this one now. So I'm about halfway through Where Dreams Descend, and I am loving this. I love it so much. I love the characters, especially the main character, and like her thing she has going on with Jack, which is like basically the Eric Phantom character. And then she also has a thing going on with DeMarco, one of the judges of the contest, who's giving off like serious Raoul, or however you pronounce his name, energy, and I really love it. There's been a couple moments in here where I was like, yeah, that's a lot like Moulin Rouge, that's a lot like Phantom of the Opera, but the author has said that this book is like a cross between Phantom of the Opera, Moulin Rouge, and The Night Circus. I have never read The Night Circus, but I love Moulin Rouge and Phantom of the Opera as a musical fan. So yeah, I am loving this so far, and I cannot wait to see where this book goes. So I finished Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis, and I loved it. I am loving the vibes. I love the mystery that they're setting up for the sequel. So you know what that means. So this is just the book. There's no reader letter or pin with this one. It's purely just the book. And as you can see, much like the Where Dreams Descend, the cover is just foil and it's printed onto the hardback, so there's no dust jacket or anything. We get to move on to book number 5 of this video project, episode 1, and that is When Night Breaks by Janella Angelis. This is the sequel to Where Dreams Descend. I purchased this way back before I even read Where Dreams Descend, so now I'm excited that I get to go straight to the sequel and I don't have to do any of this like waiting a year to 6 months to 9 months to read the sequel or even like find out when it's going to be published. So yeah, I get to move straight into the sequel and I am so excited. So I'm going to immediately go start reading this. So I'm about 58% done with When Night Breaks, and I'm loving the story. I can't wait to see how it wraps up and everything. I'm less than 200 pages from the end. There's been a reveal that I feel like wasn't really a reveal. Like I kind of saw it coming, just because of things that we learned in the previous book. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully get as far into this as possible because we still have the depths to read. So that one may or may not get carried over to like the first couple days of July, but we'll see. So yeah, I will see you guys when I finish this. So I have finished When Night Breaks by Janella Angelis. I ended up giving it a 4-star because I didn't like it quite as much as Where Dreams Descend, there's some reasons why, but I did enjoy it overall. So I am so glad that I got to read this duology. And then the book for September was The Depths by Nicole Sponsrons. I don't know. I can't pronounce that last name. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. So we're gonna move on to the 6th and final book, and that is The Depths. I kind of started reading this last night only because I finished When Night Breaks like around 8 or so, and I wanted to read for like another hour or like half hour. So I went ahead and started reading this. I am not that far. I'm like 18. Yeah, I'm 18 pages in, so I've barely started it. I just wanted to get like a feel for it and everything. And I think I'm actually really gonna like this. I know in my like initial thoughts, I thought it was gonna be like a middling one, but I really like the premise so far. So yeah, I don't know when I am going to get to read this because we are doing Matsu Market, which is a anime, manga, fandom type like market. It's kind of like a con, but like only the artist alley or vendor market. So it's like without the convention panels and events and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing that all day tomorrow on Saturday. So, which means I will be either reading this later on tonight, later on tomorrow night if I'm not too tired from the market, and on Sunday, which is the 30th, which is the last day of this month. So like I said, I think I might be carrying The Depths over into like maybe July 1st or 2nd. But yeah, that's just how it happened. So yeah, I will update you when I am 50% done with The Depths. So I'm about halfway through The Depths and it's getting very interesting. Like, I'm not sure what's going on with Sean. There's creepy ghost children running around this island. The main character keeps coughing up blood and like flowers and vines keep like blooming because of it. So there's something going on there. So there's a lot of mysteries and I'm really hoping that it is not gonna let me down. So I'm going to read as much as I can tonight, and then tomorrow is the 4th of July. So I'm gonna read, maybe finish this tomorrow depending on how far I get into it tonight. And so yeah, I will update you when I finish it, and then we will wrap this episode 1 up so I can finish editing and post this. So I will see you guys later. So I just got done finishing The Depths. I gave this a 4. So it wasn't quite as middling as I thought it was going to be. There were some aspects that I like and there were some other aspects that I didn't like. It did one trope that historically I hate, but like I feel like it was done really well, like better than some other ways that I've seen it done. Again, there are full reviews coming on all of these books, where I will discuss more, but these are just my impressions and thoughts, like initial thoughts and things like that, which means we have come to the end of episode 1 of Owlcrate TBR veterans. So I'm just going to show you my ranking for the books. So my first favorite was Where Dreams Descend, then Sweet and Bitter Magic, When Night Breaks. I almost put When Night Breaks underneath Where Dreams Descend, but I didn't quite like it as much as Sweet and Bitter Magic. Then we have The Depths that I just finished, and then Ballad and Dagger and Sisters of the Snake were the two DNFs that we had. So we have found 4 new favorites, and unfortunately Ballad and Dagger and Sisters of the Snake will be leaving this household because I don't want them on my shelves or anything. So yeah, we have come to the end of episode 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've already picked out the books for episode 2, so I'm gonna go start reading those and finish editing this so I can post it on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, because today's Thursday. Sorry, when there's a holiday or something in the middle of the week, it throws my entire week off. So Saturday, I'll post this on Saturday, and I'll see what you guys think of it. So I guess I will see you guys later.